All right, so the context version of our application we deployed to GitHub Pages. Now what I want to do is deploy the Redux version to just a standard shared host. So I'm using InMotionHosting.com, which is my preferred managed hosting solution. And I have a domain hooked up to my account called CodeDemos.com. I'm not going to go through like the whole sign up process and all that, but it's pretty easy. It's a cPanel based hosting company, and I have this domain which I have my FileZilla FTP client open in, and we should be able to just build out our static assets and upload it to the public HTML folder. So let's try it out. So I'm going to go to my command line here, and let's do npm run build, and that should create a build folder. And then let's see, I'm just going to navigate to my project directory in my file system, if I can find it. Okay, so here it is. So here's the build folder that was just created, that was just generated by npm run build. And I'm going to go inside of it, and I'm going to grab everything here, and I'm going to just drag it over to the root of codedemos.com, which shouldn't take long at all. And it's done. Okay, and you could upload your files many different ways. FTP is just one of them. So let's reload this, and there we go. Let's try it out. So can we toggle? Good. Let's go ahead and try to delete. Okay, we can delete users. Let's try to edit. We'll just put a 1 here and update. So that got edited. Good. Can we add users? And there we go. So our application is now working on just a regular cPanel web host. So if you don't want to do the whole GitHub Pages thing, you can just get a shared host or VPS or something like that, and you can simply just upload it using FTP or SSH, however you want to do it. Now with GitHub, you do get the HTTPS. If you're using just a standard cPanel shared host, you're going to have to buy an SSL certificate and install it and so on. And then there's other services as well. Netlify is a really good one. So let's see, Netlify, and they have a really good free tier as well. If you want to start adding like serverless functions and stuff like that, you have to pay. And I think if you start getting like more visitors, like 5,000 active users, then you have to start paying. But Netlify is also something you may want to check out. There's also something called Now from, I think it's Zeit Now. Let's see. Yeah, right here. So Zeit.co/now, and this is similar to how GH Pages works and Netlify. You just have a command line tool, and you can simply deploy really quickly. So that's what's good about these kinds of services, is you can deploy through the command line. You don't have to upload your files manually or anything like that. But yeah, so that's it, guys. In the next project, we're going to be building something a little more in depth. It's going to be a client manager, which I know is kind of close to a contact manager, but we're using Firebase, which is a cloud database. So our data will actually persist. We'll actually have a little back end where we can store our data. And we're also going to have authentication. So we'll be able to log in. We're going to create a settings page where we can also enable registration, so users can register with the application if they want to as well. So it'll be a more in-depth app. We're going to use a library called React Redux Firebase, which actually takes the data from Firebase and also your user authentication data and puts it into your Redux state. So it's actually really cool, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. And it's closer to a production level application than what we've been doing. What we've been doing is basically for learning purposes, not to create some great application. So we're going to get into that next.